Thank you, Shukriya, Meherbani, Merci beaucoup, Rajkaran, for all those kind words that you have been saying about me. True or false, I don't know, but I have anyway been enjoying it for the entire year. And I surely am going to miss all of that perhaps after a couple of weeks from now. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. As the XCOM and I are on the last lap of, should I call, a 365-meter sprint or maybe a 365-meter race over the last 1 year, I was set thinking by these few words of one of my favorite authors, Robin Sharma, where he says, a good life is nothing more than a series of well lived days strung together like a beautiful necklace of pearls. In fact, as I would be relinquishing the role of president of Bombay Toastmasters and as the area director of Area B2, I started thinking about these words, about the various roles that I, much like many of you, have been playing throughout our lives, whether as children, whether as parents, whether as employees, and now as leaders in Toastmasters Club. Have we really been caught up in all our past events, thinking about all that has gone by, or thinking about the future, which is generally a figment of our imagination, that we have forgotten to enjoy and live the present? I'm sure many of us are guilty of that. We often get caught up thinking that this day does not matter, that we have the entire life ahead of us to think, to do, to act in the way that we want. So much so that we let go of the present. And in the process, we forget to string together those wonderful moments that the author spoke about in enjoying a beautiful life, which should be our life's motto and our life's journey. And I say this because today we will be electing a new set of leaders for Bombay Toastmasters. And while I do not definitely want to give them any advice up front, but I would only say that see every day as your life as you perform this role. And in fact, on a much larger plane, that would be my message to all of you, that let us all live, enjoy life as it is today. Let us all live in the present. So, with that, let us move on and see who are the lovely guests who have come here today to be part of this session. May I call upon our guests to come forward and say a few words as to what brought them here and what they are looking forward to take back home from this session. May I call upon guest Faith?
Hello, am I
Yes,
audible, sir?
yes, very much.
Thank you, sir.
Hear
Thank you,
from
sir.
you.
Sir, I'm kind of driving right now. Can I keep my video muted?
Yes, definitely. Don't keep
Thank
your
you.
audio muted.
Uh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. So thank you for giving me the space. And I saw the ad on Instagram, and I thought I could come in here and spend some time. And I'm just looking for a peaceful environment, sir. And and uh, and I'm seeing a lot of participants here, and I hope I can take good English with me at the end of this thing. And that's it. nothing much. I'm not expecting much from this. That's it.
Great. Thank you, Faith. Well,
Thank you, sir.
I don't know whether the environment is going to be peaceful because we are all going to be talking, but I'm sure that there'll be some things for you to take home, hopefully at the
Yes,
end
sir.
of
Yes.
this session.
Thank you,
Can we
sir. Thank you,
have
sir.
guest Janvi?
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hi.
So uh, I just saw Avantika had posted something on the WhatsApp, and I just happened to, bounce her and ask her that, what is it about? So I went to your website, Bombay Toastmasters Club, and I thought that, as in today's world, as communication skills plays a very vital role. So, and so does leadership skill. So I thought that maybe, just take this as an opportunity and enhance both of my skills so that, it helps me move up in the ladder. So that is the reason why I thought that, I'll join as a guest, see how things go about, and then, thought of joining uh, as a member. So yeah, that's about it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We do hope that your accidental entry, if I may call it, will become the best incident of your life in future, and you end
Yeah,
up joining Bombay Toastmasters soon.
I
Thank
hope
you
so
so
too.
much.
Thank you.
Can we have guest Ritvi?
Yes, hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so actually, I was in a Facebook group called as Seven Effective Habits of Highly Successful People. It's a book, right? So they have
Yes.
a group. So a lot of people post questions. And one of the questions was, how do you develop public speaking and all? So a lot of people over there suggested joining the Toastmasters group. So I was really curious. I heard it somewhere, but I was not sure what is it about. And then as I went through the website, I found out there's Bombay Toastmasters in Vile Parle itself. So I was just curious and I filled the form. And today I talked to Mr. Manan. So he told me to join as a guest and see how is it like if you resonate with it, then you can think about joining it. Yeah.
Thank you, guest Ritvi. Um, there is one proverb which says that curiosity kills the cat. But definitely in your case, I'm sure this will not be applicable by any chance or any stretch of imagination, I can assure you. You are at the right place. Welcome once again.
Thank you.
Do we still call Rananjay as a guest or as a member, Manan?
Member.
He's a
Member,
member.
okay. So then it's my duty to welcome Rananjay as a member. Let's begin with a huge round of applause for him. Welcome, Rananjay.
Thank you so much, Babu, and the entire wonderful Toastmasters leadership team. So looking forward to joining all of you in this journey of being a better communicator and a better leader in life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think you are well on your way to doing that. Okay, so I think we have completed the preliminary formalities. So now let us get on with our session for this evening. And for that, we have a Toastmaster who, at least so far, I think, has been living life every day to the fullest. And I say this because he is a bachelor at heart and a bachelor in status. He is the calm and composed Toastmaster who has to be really tickled if he has to be provoked to say something. In fact, I find it very difficult to get much out of him. But I'm sure all this is going to change very soon because he's told me that he's planning to get married. So please put your hands together for a calm and composed VP membership of Bombay Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Manan. Please give him a huge round of applause. Over to you, Manan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Babu. I hope your feelings resonate with that of my boss because he doesn't agree with that. But anyways, uh,
So it is truly said that whatever man or his mind perceives, he can achieve that. But is it so? So to prove this part, let me narrate you a story of a carpenter who was one of his best of his kind in his own town. He was so good in his work that he had created his own factory and hired a number of professionals. But as they say, that things are not always bright. There were the financial turbulent times, and he had to close down his factory and basically show the pink slips to the employees. He was dejected and depressed because that was not what he wanted to achieve in his life. But then his wife, his loving wife, advised him that things would definitely improve. But as they say, that before every dawn, there is even a darker night. And he lost his wife. This was a tragic incident because he was now left alone along with his 4 sons. So, as a carpenter, and just to cheer up his sons, he decided it's time to let me use my wooden material and create few toys. And so he started creating toys to make his sons cheerful. As the days passed on and on, he created more and more toys and tried to sell them. But unfortunately, he was not able to do that. However, he remembered his wife and he had a motto in his life to always create toys made out of premium gold to have the customer satisfaction. But what happened next? So similar to making a premier product, we in Toastmasters have premium role players who ensure that every session runs smooth and is up to our customer satisfaction. So let me take on this opportunity to call upon the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Hemangi, to state her objectives. Toastmaster Hemangi.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so thank you. Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their languages. I will take note of any improper usage as well as any outstanding words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. And for today's meeting, the word is adapt. The meaning of adapt is a very skilled or proficient in something. It is noun, and the example of this word usage is he is an adept. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hemangi. So I had this opportunity to introduce our next role player who is actually adept in various skills, whether it is playing instruments or being an RJ. So I call him the RJ of BTM. Please welcome the R counter for the day, Toastmaster Shirish.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. Unnecessary words like the filler words, the crutch words reduce the effectiveness of the speech. So my role as a accounter is to record these unnecessary words, crutch words, repeated words used during the prepared speech, table topic, and evaluation. So my role as a accounter to present this my report at the end of the meeting when called upon general evaluator. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shirish. And now moving ahead, as they say, the most important role player of any session, the one who basically views the entire session. So let me please call upon the timer of the day, Toastmaster Anurag, to state his objectives.
Yeah. Good evening, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guest. My role, the purpose of timer is to listen all the speakers and note the timers, and I will be showing the time cards. In table topics, I'll be showing 1 minute. At 1 minute, I'll be showing green, 1.5 minutes yellow card, and 2 minutes, I'll be showing red cards. And for prepared speech, I'll be showing green card on 5 minutes, 6 minutes yellow card, and 7 minutes red card. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. And so now moving on to our story. The carpenter was adept in his skills and he was proficient, but not a good salesman. So he was not able to sell his toys. Days went by and suddenly one of the wholesalers of toys came to hear about his skills. He visited his shops and saw the premium quality toys. He was very impressed and placed a very high-end order with the carpenter. The carpenter thought, now the God has listened to him and his days would change. But again, the destiny had some other things. After 2 months, he received a letter from the wholesaler which said that he had filed for a bankruptcy and he would not be able to purchase his toys. Depressed as he was, but still he had faith in his own potential and his own hidden talent. He knew that come what may happen, if he stick to what he knows, and the only thing he knew at that point was his carpentry skills and his toy making ability, things might change. As days went by, his younger son also joined in making the toys. Slowly and surely they were meeting their ends meet, but definitely not to what they had perceived. On a chance meeting, he one day found a toy maker discussing about the toy industry, where they discussed that toys used by the children were directly used while playing. The children were not creating or using their ability for creating their own toys. This was like a tube light or like an idea which struck his mind. Why the children should always play directly with the toys and not make the toys itself or themselves. So with this idea in his mind, he went to his drawing boards and again for years he did research on this point. So what happened next? Before that, we have our adept speakers today who had done a lot of research for presenting their unique speeches today. So before I call upon the first speaker, let me call upon his evaluator or her evaluator for the day to state her objectives. So please welcome Toastmaster Chetan to state the objective of the first speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Chetan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manan. The speaker is attempting a level 1 project 3 speech from the pathway leadership development. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan. Now, when I asked this Toastmaster that what is one ability or strength which she has realized recently is there in her, then she said that it is her decision-making skills, whether used in a professional life or in a personal life. She is now able to make quick decisions, and I am interested to learn that from her. So on that note, please welcome the first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Pallavi. Toastmaster Pallavi. Stay healthy, get healthy, stay healthy. Get
Am I
healthy.
audible, Manan?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Get healthy, stay healthy. Toastmaster Pallavi.
Yeah. Healthy mind in healthy body. A famous quote by a Roman poet, Juvenal. The healthy mind breeds the healthy body and vice versa. We adapt to the different lifestyles. We follow different regime to become more healthy. So today I'm going to tell you one more good habit to become healthy. Can you all guess what it can be? Is it exercise? No. Is it diet? No. So what it can be? Yes, it is a music. Hello, Toastmaster of the day, Manan, distinguished Toastmasters and dear guests. Good evening, all. Recently, I came across a research on impact of music on our brain. The researchers found that listening to music increases the body's productions of cell that reduces the stress. There is one antibody cell called as dopamine. When we listen to the good music or our favorite tune, it changes our mood. We feel good. Music can make us feel strong emotions such as joy, fear. Some will agree that even music can change our mood. Music also changes the level of stress hormones called as cortisol. So researchers has told us about the power of music on our body as well as the number of benefits of using music in our daily life. I'm just sharing my screen. So I've just done the research on music, how it helps us. So there was a study done on music and intelligence at Harvard in 1975. So what they have done, they have selected few first grade children and taught them to read with solfege, a singing technique, and few children without singing technique. And finally, they conducted a test, reading test, in which they found that children who studied solfege scored significantly higher in that group. Another study was done in 1993 by Gordon Shaw. He has chosen few college group students and given them 3 IQ tests with 3 different activities. One is with the Mozart music. Second activity was with the relaxation music. And third was without any activity. And finally, in 3 IQ tests, the students who did the IQ test activity with the Mozart scored an average of 9 points higher other than the other 2 activity students. So music, it has found that music has impact on the areas of the brain that performs the analytical and critical thinking, and that lasts only for few time, that is 10 to 15 minutes. So this particular effect of music on our brain is known as Mozart effect from that time. I will share the other benefits of music. So music creates a unity or connectedness within the people or the society. Very good example of this is our national anthem song, which connect all of us together. Another example is protest song that stir a sense of shared purpose during the people. Humans build group identity in the houses of worship. Very good example is Navratri festival or Ganesh festival. Lullabies enable parent and infant to develop the connection or the attachment using the music. And that's the reason from Manchester's we sing a song to the small children's. So I'm going to share how music has been developed as a medicine in the current era. So nowadays, music is used as a supporting tool. It has been put to use in the hospitals and the nursing homes because it reduces the stress. So the patients who are going for a surgery or during the surgery period, even after the surgery, they are being imposed to the music so that there is a reduction in their anxiety, in their stress, and they recover fast. Another very good benefit of music is the improves the memory. There was one study done for a set of people who have been asked to remember a list of items, and they played the classical music. So the set of people who tried to remember using this method of listening to the classical music at the background, they performed well. Another benefit is the benefit of music is to provide the comfort. So it has been music therapy has been used for the elderly people to enhance their communication, their feelings, and their shareness. Another example of music is helps children with autism. So there was study done on the children with the autism spectrum disorder, which helped them to connect more socially, communicate more. So this is how music is helping in the medicine area. Also, as I shared earlier, music also help us to soothe the premature baby. There was a study done for the premature babies, and it has been observed that the pattern of the baby, their alertness has been improved over the period by listening to the music. A very good benefit of music nowadays is seen in the meditation. We all know the use of meditation in the daily life. So music enhances the meditation, and again, it improves the health impact. Now we all know how music is beneficial as a one of the remedy for healthy life. So how we are going to incorporate music in our day? What we can do is identify the music or the favorite music or right tune and listen it to during the day while doing the different activities. I'm just going to share my example how I use music in my day. So normally I start my day with any spiritual chant or a prayer that really gives me positive needs, positivity to start my day. During the day to fresh myself, I instead of tea or coffee, I just listen to my favorite music. And in the night while sleeping also, I listen to some resting music which release out the stress. So that is how I incorporated music in my day, and it is really beneficial for me. So hope you also start using the music in your day and enjoy the benefit. Thank you. Thanks, Manan. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pallavi, for a speech related to music. As we say, music is for all the moods and for all the seasons. I can also share a thing that one of my friend, after doing his MBBS, did his MD in music therapy. So that is the effect music has. I would like all the Toastmasters and guests to give their feedback in personal chat to Toastmaster Pallavi, and we give 30 seconds for that. So please provide your feedback to Toastmaster Pallavi in personal chat. Thank you. And moving ahead, before I call the second speaker of the day, let me call upon his evaluator to state his objective. Please welcome Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manan. Our second speaker for the evening is attempting her Level 3 Project 1 speech from the Motivational Strategies Manual, and that is Understanding Emotional Intelligence. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of her experience of journaling emotions or being aware of emotions when interacting with others. Timer, please note she has 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Manan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. When I asked our second speaker, what is the one thing, one ability, or one potential she had recently realized about her, she was quick to admit that she could understand her errors which she makes while giving speech as a habit, and now she has been able to rectify that, or she is on her way to improve on that skill. So Toastmasters, please welcome the second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Nivedita.
Nivedita, you look too busy even to say how busy you are. My best friend, cum mentor, commented connected after a while. While trying to articulate the reply, shoot the second statement, but this time a very pointed question. Are you doing something towards being a leader you want to be? Are you living a life you want to live, or just happy being busy? Good evening, all successful and adept people present here. Though it was a simple question, I don't have a concrete answer. It was a time when I used to feel an intense guilt about the missed opportunities, both at office as well as at home. At office, I could see all my peers are working very efficiently and working much more than me. And at home, I feel too distracted or too tired to engage with my family. I was in a fixed situation. My one nagging voice used to tell me, you be a better employee or risk a career failure. The other voice told me, you be a better mother or you will risk your family. I genuinely feel at least one voice should shut up, but neither would. Result, I failed to put my hands for the exciting new opportunities at office and continue to look at the messages mailed during my family dinner time. And I realized the fundamental problem I was facing, getting hooked to the same thoughts and emotions, unfortunately, all negative ones. I desperately need to develop my emotional agility to get unhooked as early as possible. That was hard to do, but because my thinking is so rigid and so repetitive, I realized I'm stuck and I couldn't go on without a most effective strategies. And that's where my friend suggested 3 crucial pearls of wisdom. So, unhook, the first strategy is simply recognize the pattern and label. Just simple example, just you called a spade in the playing cards, called emotion a emotion or a thought a thought. For example, I'm not doing enough at work or at home becomes I thought I'm not doing enough at home or at work. So that labeling helped me to see my thoughts and feeling as they are, and I could actually detach from that. What is opposite of control? Release? Yes, but in this case, it's acceptance. So I decided not to act on each and every thought, but accept as and respond to ideas and emotion with an open attitude and letting myself experience them. Simple method. Take a deep breath, count 10. So you will release, you will keep calm and try to look the things the way it is. When I did that, I experienced, oh my God, how angry was I or why I was so upset. So the important thing here is to show yourself some compassion and examine the reality of situation. When we all say to show compassion toward others, it's all the more important you first show compassion to yourself and act on my own values was my third and last strategy to unhook. When I consider my values, I realize I committed to my work as well as my family. So unhook from distracting and discouraging feeling of those guilt, I resolved myself to be guided to my principle. I started spending quality time and keeping away all those digital devices away while I was with my family. But at the same time, in work, I have taken additional responsibilities which help me to and focus and perform me better. Developing emotional agility is not a quick fix. It will take time. But regularly practicing these steps, I found myself unhooked from those unwanted thoughts and emotions. After all, over time, those who become increasingly adept at it are the ones most likely to thrive. So, my secret of success is to unhook from my past, be aware about my thoughts and emotions, and accept them and act on my values. So now I take time and call my friends before I receive a call from them and ask, are you busy? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita, for sharing us the 3 wonderful pearls of wisdom. I hope we will all be carrying it with ourselves and try to follow that in our life. I would again request guests and Toastmasters to please provide your feedback to Toastmaster Nivedita in private chat. and you have 30 seconds for that. In the meantime, I would also like the timer of the day to tell us about the timings of the two speakers.
So Toastmaster Pallavi took 7 minutes 55 seconds. Nivedita almost finished at 7 minutes.
Okay, great. But as we have two speakers only, so there would not be any voting today. So moving ahead with our story, the carpenter and his son had created multiple toys and they were trying to sell it. The sales were going on, but not up to their expectations. But then, as they had the idea of encouraging students to create the toys and not only play with them, they came up with this idea of creating a toy or a building block which the children can use to create something of their own, be it vehicles or buildings or whatever it be. That was in itself a unique idea at that stage of time. The sales again increased, and it seemed that the better times were calling. But then again, there was fire in their factory, and everything was destroyed. Dejected and depressed as an entire family, they did not know what to do. But the carpenter had one thing clear in his mind, that his potential, he knew that his only potential or his only skill is now the carpentry work, and that too particularly developing the toys. So along with his son, he reached and searched various locations and checked for various toys being played by the kids. At that moment, there was a new plastic molding machine which had recently arrived in their country, and they happened to be the first one to purchase that with whatever was pending with them. They used that molding machines to create building blocks. The blocks which were an instant hit with children. Why? Because those blocks could be used by children in any sort of toy making skills. So children were not buying a toy, but they were buying a building block, and it was up to their imagination how they can create or use that building block. So moving ahead to our session, as we say, feedback is the breakfast of the champion. But as we are in the monsoon season, so snacks at the monsoon time is something what we desire. So to feed us with that snacks, let me call upon the general evaluator of the day. But before calling him, I asked him the similar question. What is the one skill which he recently recognized with himself and which he felt brought out a strength or a potential in him? So he was quick to say that he has recently having a routine of figuring out what he is thinking. So every 15 hours, he has his alarm clock, which triggers, and he then self-assesses that what he is thinking. Is it a negative thought or a positive one? And based on that thought, he tries to improve himself. Please welcome not only an adept Toastmaster, but an adept motivational speaker also, Toastmaster Anand, the general evaluator of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Manan. Can we have a big round of applause for Manan? A great job, a great theme. I really enjoyed listening to every bit of what you said, Manan. So great you brought out a very important point for all of us, and that is going to help us and have some key takeaways from your discussions and sharing. So thank you so much for that. All right, friends. So now is the time for general evaluation. And in general evaluation, there are different things. Actually, it considers the different aspects of the meeting. So we'll first talk about speech evaluation, and followed by how did the role players performed, and then we can talk about overall general meeting evaluation. Okay, so let's get started with the evaluation first. And the first speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Chetan. So please put your hands together for Toastmaster Chetan.
Thank you, Channel Evaluator. Audible and visible to all?
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Thank you. Music. I think everyone has his style and form of music which you like to listen to throughout the day. And some music you may want to listen to throughout, no matter what you are doing, that goes in the background and it calms you down, it helps you focus in your work or in whatever assignment that you'll be doing. Music has a profound effect on every one of us. And my speaker today just touched upon a very, very important element to get healthy, and which is music, and very important aspect to get healthy, which is the mental health, which has been neglected throughout. It is getting importance now, but it has been neglected for too long. My speaker, I must say, it was a well-researched and organized speech. Right from the beginning, you had the people hooked to what you're going to talk about. You gradually touched upon the origin from which the music was used for education, for medical purpose, and how it started, and how the Mozart effect came into being. Now, it is in that, since when the music has been used throughout the world for various purposes, including for education and for medical. To give my personal example, when I used to practice yoga seriously almost 10 years back, there was a music being played at the yoga center right from for the entire session, so that we can focus well in our asana. And well, although the speech was well organized and well delivered, there are certain areas which I like which could have done better. In the beginning of the speech, there was little hesitation in the way you were delivering. You were looking everywhere. There were a lot of pauses in the speech. So I mean, practice a little more on whatever you are going to deliver, and you'll be doing well. The speech had many examples. I think this is a cardinal mistake that everyone does, giving too many examples in the research project. Give 2-3 examples, give how effective it was when it was applied, and how the music the music changed the outcome if the music was not applied. National anthem, I believe, is not a form of a music which you can connect people. It's more of a belief on the national anthem which connects people. I think the rest of the examples were good. And last but not the least, but the most important, my suggestion to you, whenever you use presentation while giving a speech on anything, don't read the presentation. In some part of the speech, what I felt like you were reading the entire sentence. Only either use a picture or only use one word while giving the presentation, so that the people's focus remains on you, what you are going to talk, and not what coming next in the presentation. So that's my suggestion. I think overall, I would say I think you did justice to the project that you were given. You researched well, you organized it well, you used presentation, which is a good thing to do. And only thing is a little more practice.
And her story of balancing her work life and family life, I thought that her life is the perfect script for the series Family Woman. I won't be surprised if Toastmaster Nivedita has a secret job at the NIA. Jokes apart, but good evening, Toastmasters, dear guests, and Toastmaster Nivedita in particular. Your speech started with an important conversation where your friend asked you this crucial question: are you living a life you want? And I felt that maybe this question is something that we all ask to our friends, to our colleagues, to our family members, and sometimes to even ourselves. What I liked about Toastmaster Nivedita's speech was particularly this thing, that she was adept at connecting the points in her speech to her own life experiences. Like when she said that her colleagues were working more efficiently and at home she was too tired to be with her family, give them some me family time. However, the key to her problems was the one concept that she tried to explain us this evening, and that is the emotional agility. And my point and my three key takeaways from her speech were the 3 points that she helped us. The 3 points: recognizing the pattern of your thoughts. The second, accepting and responding with an open attitude. And that is why I felt that it is so crucial that you do not react but respond to situations in your life. And the third is act on our own values, unhook from the guilt. And most importantly, when she gave us a subtle but important message, and that is digital detox, to give ourselves and our family some time apart from the work. Now, where I felt that Toastmaster Nivedita could have hit it at the right note, and that she used the golden formula of bringing your speech back to the point where you had started, where she said that you may have crafted she said
the report. Okay.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but I can't see you.
Okay. Is it so?
Yeah, just give me a second. Actually, I had lost my connection, so I'll just a second.
Sure.
Yeah, now we can see Himangi. Yeah.
Okay, better?
Yes.
Okay. So the few grammatical errors that I could note down is children's. So basically, it is been pronounced as children. On in the has chosen can be pronounced as, can be used as choose. Other two activities of the children, that is the right usage. Few times, instead of few times, she can be used few minutes. Unity, instead of unity pronunciation, the right usage is unity. Shareness can be used as sharing skill. Very good can be used as great or excellent. Incorporate can be pronounced as incorporate. Listen into, this can be called as listen in the days. Fresh can be used as freshen up. There are some usage like in work, rather than in work, it can be used as at work. Seemed, I don't know whether seemed is the right pronunciation, but seems to be. There are some good quotes that I have seen in this, heard in this meeting. One is the happy being busy. Then feedback is the breakfast of the champion. Another wrong usage that I've noted is having recently can be used as have recently. Angry was I can be even angry I was. So these are all I could note down today. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Himangi. Did you mention about people who used word of the day?
Oh yeah. That I
Yeah,
missed.
please go ahead.
All the speaker use word of the day. I think it was can be incorporated in all the speeches. So Manan, Babu, Pallavi, Nivedita were the people who used word of the day. Yes, and
Okay.
Chetan as well. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause for Hemangi, please? All right. Now I would like to request our very own RJ of Bombay Toastmaster series to present his R counter report, please.
Thank you, General Editor. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Okay. I would like to present my R counter report. President Babu flawless. Toastmaster Day 4 times R, 1 so, repeated word. Then grammarian 13 times R. Timer flawless, myself 1 R. Pallavi 16 times R, 3 small pauses. Repeated words so 1 and Nivedita flawless. Chetan repeated words very and has. Overall flawless. Ankit flawless, but one repeated word where they are. And General Editor flawless. Thank you, General Editor.
Thank you very much, Shirish. Can we have a round of applause for Shirish? Excellent. So now is the time for overall evaluation of the meeting. We started bang on time, that is 5:30, which is the norm for BTM. So great going, and I'm very happy to hear that if people show up, don't show up, you start the meeting. The show must go on. So please continue to do that, friends, and that is good for all of us. Also, I find that Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Rajkaran, he's really adept at what he's doing. He's behaving like a pro. I don't see any nervousness in him. Sometimes there are technical glitches, and he's still calm and composed and managing things and getting things on track. So great job. Keep it up. Okay, I think you have become a very good Zoom master now.
Thank you.
Deciding officer, Toastmaster Babu, as usual, excellent speech, the opening speech. You also invited the guest, and always you tie whatever you say to Toastmaster in some form or other, which is very helpful for all of us, as well as the new members and guests who are here. They can connect with that. Toastmaster of the day, hidden treasure theme. I really loved it. I also liked your question, which you asked all the role players as well as speakers. They are insightful questions. They help us stop and think about them. So for me also, I had to stop and think that what is that which I really learned in the past few days. So that's very interesting. Also, as usual, the way you present, you do a lot of research around your topic, and your messages are very important, which are very relevant in today's world and very helpful for everybody. So please continue to do that. Then timer, Anurag, great job done. Grammarian, Hemangi, yes, that showed that you had listened very intently. You mentioned your what you found good usage, what you did not find so good usage, and then what are the pronunciation errors, etc. The word of the day was also very useful, which can be used in day-to-day life. So that's a nice word to use. So continue to do that. And Shirish, R counter, excellent job done. You really found out who spoke how many R's, cross sounds, etc., which will be helpful to the respective speakers. Just one comment, R counter, Shirish, I would like to say that you do this evaluation for grammarian as well, because what happens in the process of grammarian, even if grammarian is reading, still some R's and come. So it's good that you highlight. It's better. I feel that it's better to call the R counter at the last of this tag team. The reason is that you can evaluate the grammarian. Otherwise, the grammarian nobody notices whether grammarian is speaking any ahs and ums, and then they lose that opportunity for improvement. Okay, so when you point out, they will know that even if they're reading, some ahs and ums are coming, so something is missing there and they can work on it. Okay, great. Both the evaluators, they give excellent evaluations, so great job done. So overall, I think it was very nice, and I think we're very much on time. Everything, the way it has been timed, I think 6:40 was the timing of closing the meeting, but maybe 3-4 minutes we have extended, and I think another by 6:45 we should be able to close. So really enjoyed, great job done. So can you have a round of applause for everybody? Okay, now I'd like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Manan.
Toastmaster Anand for that wonderful feedback. So just continuing with our story, the carpenter and his sons were now successful building the blocks. But you all would be wondering what I am saying from the last maybe 45 minutes about a carpenter and his toys and the building blocks. How does it matter, or how does it relate to us? Well, let me assure you, either we would have played with their building blocks or we would have seen the building blocks. I am referring to the Lego toys. The building blocks, Lego toys. So Lego toys were the first in this business of creating the building blocks which enabled the children not only a ready-made toy but to build according to their creativity, whether it is a town planning or something constructive. They had to use their analytical ability, and the carpenter I was referring to was none other than the founder himself, Mr. Ole Kirk Christiansen. And one of the interesting facts about the entire story was the name Lego. Now, Lego is a Danish word because the founder is based out of Denmark. And Lego in English means play well. So that was the theme, that not only children play with toys, but they understand and use their creative abilities to create their own toys. But what is the hidden message for all of us? There were many obstacles in the path of Mr. Christiansen. He lost his wife, he lost his factory, he has to face financial difficulties, but he knew his inner potential, and he knew that he had a skill for toy making, and he stuck to that skill. And ultimately, it was that skill which today has made Lego toys available in more than 145 countries. And it is one of the most highest selling brand. Lego has tie up with things like Star Wars or Harry Potter's to create a toy with their themes. So that is the power of human potential. All of us has that power. It is only if we realize that power and put it into practice, nothing is impossible in the world. And as we move on to the next session, I'm sure that there are multiple people who have realized their inner power and have come forward to serve the club. So I would quickly hand over to the presiding officer to move ahead with the session. Over to you, presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Babu.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Anand. Much like Christiansen, I think you have also built up this session block by block for the last couple of hours, and I'm sure it was a very interesting and riveting session for all of us. So let us put our hands together for Toastmaster Manan for this wonderful session. And to all the role players, the speakers who have all been adept in performing their roles wonderfully well, let us also give them a huge round of applause for this evening. Let us proceed with our session by inviting, maybe in the interest of time, we shall have a feedback from just one of the guests to tell us how they have felt about the session. Any one of you, I do not want to call out the name, any one of the guests can come forward and tell us how they liked the session today. Or should I? Janvi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Could we hear from you as
Yeah,
to how
sure.
you felt about the session?
Yeah, so this was my first time experience, being part of a Bombay Toastmasters club. So I really want to, uh, starting with listening to the story of Lego, to moving on to, being two speakers, Pallavi and Nivedita, and to them sharing their story about music and 3 strategies of wisdom. So I'm sure I have a lot to learn from both the stories. And from having a grammarian to a person, making a note of the time to providing a timely feedback. I'm really looking forward to attend many more sessions with the Bombay Toastmasters Club. So thank you for such a warm welcome, and also I would like to thank Avantika for asking me to be a part of today's session. So thank you, Avantika, and thank you everyone for being so welcoming.
Thank you, Janvi, for those nice words. And I'm sure that in guest Faith, guest Rithvi, and of course in guest Janvi, we have to quote Toastmaster of the day. We have some hidden treasures. We have some hidden Toastmasters who are perhaps ready to take up the mantle of becoming a member very soon. So we welcome you once again, and we do hope that you will be part of this wonderful club. And with that, I think we have come to the end of the session today. We've got an important business session ahead of us. So I would now like to take leave of our wonderful guests, because this part of the session will only be for the members. So I thank you and would request our guests to leave the session for this evening so that we can carry on with our business session that's remaining.
Thank you again for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nivedita, do you have anything to say about the next session, or you'll take it up later?
Sorry, I'll take it up later. You continue.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, then. So with that, we conclude the main session for this evening, and let us now get on with